Hey there, it's Wendy, and I just felt the need this morning to come on live just for a couple of minutes because I have a bunch of work to do and deliver a message to you. I know this is a really scary time in our society and our around the globe. Um, the world has seen it seems like it's gone dark. So many restaurants are closed, workplaces are closed, people are quarantined. Out on the streets, there's barely any cars. I don't see any people. Normally, there are people walking down the street past my house, conversing with each other. And it really feels like the world has gone dark and it's very scary. And it's hard for even the strongest people to feel hope. It's hard for the strongest people to not feel fear. And I can tell you over the last week, I've been feeling fear. And at times I feel paralyzed by this fear, like I don't know what to do. One thing I decided to do last night that I rarely do, because I'm usually so busy with my life, was read. And I love to read. I used to read like a book a week, and that was before I went to law school. I went to law school and was forced to read a ton. And so for many years, I kind of gave up reading. But I love learning. And I thought, I have so many books because I'm one of those people who buys books a lot and then doesn't read them. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to pick up a book and help me focus on something different than the news. And by the way, it's important to keep up on the news. I don't know how helpful it is to be glued to the news and be refreshing your button on your computer, on your phone every 5 minutes, because it really does create more anxiety, in my opinion. But I picked up this book. And the first chapter in the book was really actually just what I needed to hear. And that is that there are so many things in our life that we cannot control. And stuff is going to happen. And there is absolutely nothing that we can do to control it. And that's the situation that we all find ourselves in right now. We can't control this pandemic. And the best we can do is control ourselves and control our minds. So what I'm going to be doing as I get time and as I'm able and as I feel inspired, is sharing ideas with you about how you can control certain things within your life, even when the world feels completely out of control. So my tip, number one, is read. And I'm not talking about reading Instagram or reading Facebook or reading the newspaper, if anybody even reads the newspaper anymore. But how about reading something that feeds some positivity into your mind, or that is productive, or that will teach you a new skill, or that you can learn something from? There are a lot of wonderful things to read in the world. I know on Amazon, there are a lot of books that you can read for free. Even if you don't have books or you can't go out to the bookstore, you can download these things to your devices. But pick wisely what it is that you're going to read. And maybe that seems simple. Maybe it seems stupid to some people. Maybe it seems ridiculous to others. But at this time, we have to feed our minds as much positivity and good as we can. So pick something good for yourself and inhale it and ingest it and use this quiet time, this dark time in our world, as an opportunity to learn something and feed your mind something good. And just like I'm sharing with you what I learned last night about how so much is out of our control, but there are things within our control, I'm sharing that with you because I read it. And share whatever it is that you learn with other people, because believe me, you might feel afraid and I might feel afraid, and there are a lot of other people who feel afraid. And if you're not alone, there are people out there who are alone, and they need you, they need your message. And even if you can't come into close physical contact with them, reach out to them via text, via phone, via the internet, and share with them what you're reading and what you're learning. Because as I read, I'm learning new things. And I want you to think about something that I read just this morning, and that is the caterpillar. And the caterpillar goes into a cocoon, and I don't really know for how long it goes into the cocoon, but the cocoon is this cramped and isolated and dark space for the caterpillar. And I don't know how the caterpillar feels about that, but I don't know how comfortable it is to be in that cramped, dark space. But after a period of time, as things evolve and the caterpillar evolves, then it breaks out of that space and becomes a butterfly. showing us that there's hope. And I really believe in spite of all of this darkness, that there's hope, that we're going to come out of this better, that it's an opportunity for us to adapt. So if you can think of yourself in this time as one for introspection and for a time for you to get better and be better and do better and spread better. And when the time comes for you to break out of that cocoon, for all of us to break out of that cocoon, hopefully we as a society, we as brothers and sisters and daughters, and importantly, parents to our children are going to be better. It's going to be awesome. You know, you may have to be trapped in your house right now, but you don't have to hide and you don't have to be stopped from becoming the best person you can. And I believe that. And I believe in you. I believe we're going to get through this together. Just like I said in my email a couple of days, we are in this together. If you need help, please reach out to somebody who can help you. There are lots of people in the world. There's lots of good in the world. So for today, my tip is control what you can. And I recommend that for today, pick up a book, download a book, a free book from Amazon or from Kindle, and read something that you're going to learn from, that's going to help your mind get better, and share that with somebody who really needs it in this time. So I'll be coming to you more in the coming days. I'm thinking about you. You're in my thoughts. You're in my heart. And as always, I'm going to see you next Monday. In the meantime, though, remember to keep on trucking and also to keep growing and keep going. I love you. Talk to you later.